This is a concept video on how to interpret compound. So this video is based on interpretation of compound. Here we have NaCl, FeSO, FeSO4, H2SO4. Now note, in the way I've been calling them, I've been calling them like a basic science student who doesn't know how to actually name this compound. So they call them just FeSO4, H2SO4. Now how do we interpret this compound? Now recall that from our previous clip we said anytime we have a compound like this, at the front of the compound here there's an invisible one. So I'll just go on to indicate my one. So 1, and so I will say this one is called number of molecule or number of mole. So in order to interpret this compound, I'm going to say this compound is 1 molecule of NaCl. So I would say 1 molecule. I'll try to manage it, so I would abbreviate it as mole, NaCl. Next, I would focus on the atom. There's an invisible one down here for number of atom. There's also an invisible one down here. Even if they didn't attach it, you should know. So we'd say 1 times 1 is 1. So we'd say 1 atom of what? Sodium, Na. Next, we have there's also an invisible one down here. 1 times this one is 1. So we'd say 1 atom equals Cl. Now, I just interpreted this compound. This compound is made up, is actually 1 molecule of NaCl, 1 atom of Na, and also 1 atom of Cl. Now, let's go to the next compound and try to do the same thing. First, we need to check, is there a number at the front here? Yes, we've got a number 2. So this one is FeSO4, 3 outside the parentheses. This is 2 molecule of FeSO4. So I'm just going to write it as 2 mole equals Fe in bracket SO4. We have 3 here. So 2 molecule of FeSO4. Next thing to pick out is, and so 2 molecule of FeSO4, 3. Next, we need to pick out the number of atom for iron. Now note there's an invisible one here. Please keep in mind here that the ion, the Fe is outside the parenthesis, and since Fe is outside the parenthesis, we wouldn't count the 3 with the Fe. So there's an invisible one down here. So we just say 1 times 2 is 2. So 2 atoms of Fe. Next, we have S, that's sulfur. So we say 3 times, there's an invisible one here. So we say 3 times 1 times 2. I would go again. 3 times invisible one here. That's 3 times 2. That's 6. So 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. So we have 6 atoms. 6 atoms of sulfur. And next we'd say 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 2, 24. So we have 24 atoms of oxygen. 24 atoms. 24 atoms of oxygen. Now on to the last question here. You have 3H2SO4. Recall that the 3 stands for a number of mole or molecule. Please keep this in mind. I'll always repeat this. It's so important in general chemistry. It will help you as regards stoichiometry, etc. So we'd say 3 moles or 3 molecule of H2SO4. So I'm just going to write here 3 mole. Recall that you could also write it in full, molecule equals H to H2SO4. Next, you say the atom of H, hydrogen. 2 times 3 is 6, right? 2 times 3. So we say 6 atoms, 6 atoms of hydrogen. Next is sulfur. There's 1 here. So we say 1 times 3. 1 here times 3 is 3. So we have 3 atoms of sulfur. Next, we say 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 atoms of oxygen. Atoms of oxygen. And here is how to interpret compound. Should you come across any of these in your forthcoming exam, would you like to take a quick test on this? Click on the link in the description box. You would win. Just believe.